boobs.
Hello, welcome back to Drafty Dames. I'm Cassie, and I'm here with my co-host Sara.
Hello.
And we have a special guest today, Nathan, the roommate.
I am special.
Yes, you are.
My mom said I am.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He is. So today we're going to talk to Nathan about raising a child as a single dad. So
Yeah.
he's like a little superhero,
Dun, dun, dun,
getting
dun.
shit done. And
No.
it's a daughter, so it's worse. 'cause
Yeah. Girls suck.
He's a boy and girls suck. Yeah.
I
Like-
don't think I can say that. I will say that girls are challenging. But I mean, I don't have anything to reference it by because I don't have any boys.
Yeah, but
That's
you
true.
are a boy.
Yeah.
That's true. I think I'm pretty easy to get along with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
And you don't like
I'm terrible.
scream and cry, the ear-piercing scream. So, before we get too chatty, we got to ask you the big three. We do this every show.
Okay.
And we ask all our guests this so our listeners can get to know them a little bit better.
All right.
But they're
cool.
very off the wall, so.
They are. We just kind of pulled them out of thin air.
Yep.
Pancakes.
Yeah, close.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's your most toxic trait?
Oh,
Yeah.
anger.
Yeah?
Yes. Temper, anger.
Nathan
It's all
Smash.
under the umbrella. Yeah.
Yeah, we call him Hulk.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite mythical creature?
Oh. Mythical. Man. I like dragons, but I don't want to say
Yes!
I don't want to say dragons though.
Everybody
Why?
likes dragons. Ha!
They're my favorite.
You celebrated too
creature.
early. You went off too
I
early.
know. Premature.
Yep.
Happens to the best of us.
Sasquatch.
Oh, good one.
Why?
Yeah. Because he's probably real, but he's been made into a mythical creature.
Yeah, I agree.
I
Like
that.
Loch Ness.
Old Nessie.
Okay, I can go with that.
Little
yeah.
Nessie.
But I'm gonna go with Sasquatch or Sam Squanch.
Sam Squanch. Yeah.
Sam Squanch.
Like that one too.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, this one's my favorite. If you could talk to any person, living or dead, for an hour, who would it be and why?
My dad. Yeah, because he died when I was 4, so
Yeah.
I guess an hour-long conversation would sum some things up.
You can maybe
Yeah.
surmise
Yeah.
a few things. Yeah.
Could get some questions answered.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Like, Dad, why am I such a dick? I don't know.
And he's just going to be like, genetics, you fucking dick.
Possibly. I don't know how he sounded. So, yeah,
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. That would be nice.
Yeah. Does your mom talk about him? She tell you things about him?
She has.
How did he pass?
A car accident.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Nobody saw that coming. That's awful.
So it was a very sudden death.
Sudden, yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
I mean, it happened when I was 4. I'm over it. It took 31 years. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, growing up without a dad.
Yeah.
So, how do you think that has affected you being a dad,
Well,
if at all?
No, it did. I think you just be what you would have wanted to have.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's what I've done. And I'm not great at it by any means. I do what's necessary. And then you get a lot of stigmas from people who are like, you're such a great dad. Why? Because I'm there? That doesn't make you a great dad.
That's bare minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I show up. I do what I got to do. She's still alive. I've done a pretty good job so far.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. I don't think you should get an award just for being a dad.
Yeah, it's not a participation type of situation.
No.
You got to do well in life. So.
Yeah. I actually saw a thing on Facebook. It was a conversation. It was oh, it was so nice that Jim agreed to watch the kids so you could go out. And they're like, yeah, it's crazy that he's a parent.
Yeah,
Being a
dads love
parent,
babysitting.
They're not, it's not babysitting. It's
Yeah.
taking care of your kid.
Yeah, he loves being a dad.
So, but I feel like a lot of dads are seen as the sitter
Mm-hmm.
because,
Some dads actually call it babysitting.
yeah, they're I got to watch my kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guilty of doing that early
Yeah.
on, but it's not like that now. I don't look at it like that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And I think
And she's a great excuse to keep from doing things.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and also with her living with you, it's not like, oh, I have my kid this weekend. We just all know she's here all the time, so it's not like
a shock to walk in and see her.
Yeah, or be like, oh fuck, Nathan's gotta watch his kid again. Yeah, like it's his kid and she lives there. He always has to watch her.
House, yeah.
Like
Yeah, I mean, like
she's there.
Basically, like most weekends, we try to make sure that, like, you know, she's going down there with her mom for right now, because right now it's backwards from what the norm is.
Yeah.
And I believe like next school year it's going to change to where I get her on the weekends, because it's going to more float with my schedule. But my current schedule has, I'd have to say, about 70% to play into it, because
it's
of
awful.
working the weekends and being off throughout the week. I get to do the take her to school, pick her up thing.
Yeah. And I want to talk a little bit about you and her mom's relationship. Not so much the past relationship, but how you guys co-parent together. My parents divorced before I was in kindergarten, so I grew up with separated parents, and it was a fucking train wreck every other weekend, every Wednesday. They were fighting, they were arguing. He'd call to talk to us, they'd argue. Like, it was just back and forth all the time. My parents always fought. They broke up and still freaking fought. So the fact that you, like, I've witnessed you and Sara have a fucking normal conversation, like on the phone, and you call her when things happen, she calls you when things happen.
That's huge.
Yeah. And
with any relationship, honestly.
And it's not a fucking fight. You're like, oh, Sophie cut her hair. That
that
sucks. But it's also kind of funny because kids fucking do that. My mom would have already called CPS if I even touched scissors at my dad's. Like, I was allowed to use scissors, but if I cut my hair, it was the end of the world.
Yeah. It's because he wasn't watching you.
Yeah. And it
kids will be kids. They will find a way no matter what.
Exactly. So I never cut my hair with scissors, but I did get gum stuck in it a lot.
I cut my cousin's hair with scissors.
Oh, yeah. You shady bitch.
I got in a lot of trouble.
You should have. That's shitty.
Yeah.
Cut your own hair.
She looked real cute, though, so you're welcome.
She's like, I'm going to grow up and be a beautician now.
Yeah, like it all started way back when.
So yeah, I want to kind of talk about like how you and Sara got there, how you kind of like, how you decided not to be hostile, and you know how you made it work.
Well, I'm not gonna say it was like that right from the start.
Yeah, take us on the journey. I didn't figure it would have been.
Well, aside from like negative stuff, you know, we split up when Soph was 2, and moving forward, you know, just getting over the fact of what happened, because you just got to put some things behind you and just move forward. Basically, trying to think how to word this. Basically, we just decided that, you know, we work better as friends, because before we got together, we had a really good friendship that just evolved into a relationship. So we just de-evolved, if that's even a possible thing to do or even a correct word to use, and went back to just being friends, because like there's still days where she'll call me and it has nothing to do with the kid. It's just she had like a negative thing happen, or she's excited about something, and vice versa.
And like, even though you don't like, you're not in love, you still have love for her. Like she was a huge part of your life. So, I mean.
Yeah. I mean, she gave me the kid, so.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I'm sure I helped in some way, but like most of the work was her part. Like,
you guys have always been like friends first, and I feel like
that
helped
I mean,
a lot.
don't get me wrong, we still fight about things, or we don't really fight. We have disagreements about things. You know, and I'm still the negative parts that she didn't like, and she's still the negative parts I didn't like about her. So like, and there's always that, and that's why it didn't work.
Yeah, you still butt heads.
Occasionally. We try not to, but it happens.
That's just a personality thing.
Yeah.
People butt heads.
Like, even though you still have disagreements and everything, I feel like at the end of the day, you're gonna put apart your differences and do what's best for Soph, regardless.
Yeah.
It's not always the easiest thing to do, but that's just both of us being real stubborn. And if you want an example, just spend 5 minutes with Sophie, because she's got it honest from both sides. You know.
True.
Yeah. When she wants something, she wants it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what have been your challenges with raising her alone? Even just in the past 2 years, you can go back further if you can remember a specific challenge that Sara wasn't around for.
When you're dealing with somebody that is half you and half somebody else, you're going to see that other person in them.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's the things that infuriate you.
Yeah.
And arguing with her is like arguing with her mother sometimes. And it's funny because we'll talk about it, but I also have to deal with my daughter in a different way regardless. So I think it makes me a better person to have to deal, because I have to be a little bit softer with her, and I would prefer someone to be a lot meaner towards me because I feel like that works.
Yeah.
So it's a control thing.
Yeah, I get that.
Sometimes she feels like she has all of it.
Sometimes she does.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get that would be hard seeing your ex in them and just like
That's
not
what your mother
slapping
used
the
to do.
shit out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'll get that text from her mom where she's like, your daughter is so you right now, and this is what she did. And then I'm like, so fucking proud.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, yes, I have done something right.
Yeah, and I've had her argue to me the way that I would argue to her, and then I have to stop and be like, well, she's got a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's terrible, but it's funny. Like there's other challenges. I mean, just aside from her being a girl, and it makes you look at life a lot differently, because when you're a guy, you look at things a certain way, and then unfortunately sometimes it takes having a daughter to make you look at things completely different.
They gotta soften you a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm a better man for it, I think, at the end of the day.
So, what are some challenges you're not looking forward to? Like boys,
Puberty.
dating,
Number one.
Yeah.
No, boys, I mean, that don't really bother me.
Has she shown any interest yet?
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
A little bit.
She doesn't like to talk about it, I feel like.
No,
No,
it's
I
so
don't like telling my
She
dad
gets
about
embarrassed
stuff.
and then it's a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
Like he'll just call out names and she'll be like, shut up. I'm like, yep, that's him.
Yeah, we'll say like, hey, what about this, certain boy or whatever
Yeah.
in your class? And she'll say, no.
Yeah.
And
They
get
get
all
defensive. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cute.
I was that way with Corey. My mom be like, "You so like him." I'd be like, "No, I don't. Shut up. God, I hate him." Ugh.
I think
We're married now.
You're
so.
ruining my life.
I think boys is farther down the line. The first big one is definitely puberty
Yeah.
and everything that happens there, because for boys it's pretty simple, I feel, and
Yeah.
for girls it's a little bit more
Yeah,
complex.
your balls
A
just dropped.
little.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
A little. You gotta deal with a squeaky voice for a
Yeah,
few
2
weeks.
days. Wow.
Not at any point in time did I have that. It was
No.
great.
Exactly. Fuck you. I have a squeak. Sometimes my voice squeaks and I'm not even a boy.
Yeah.
Like I gotta deal with all the bullshit.
Yeah. We get both sides.
Yeah, that'll be coming up soon.
Yeah, I remember one time I was with my dad out and about, and I was like, I need some stuff. And he's like, what do you mean stuff? And I was like, girl stuff. And he's like, you need a Band-Aid? And I was like, oh my God, Dad. No, I don't need a Band-Aid, but something along those lines. Like, they have no idea when it comes to that stuff. And it's funny.
I was blessed with an angel of a stepmom that even still has a stock.
Nice.
Like she don't ask, don't tell. They're just here for you if you need them.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
I mean, when I was growing up, I grew up around like women.
Yeah.
Like my grandmother, my aunt, my mother. Like I was surrounded by older women that, already
Had been in puberty.
so I know that like women have periods and
Yeah.
stuff. So like I'm prepared for it to an extent, but I don't want to deal with it. Like I don't know if that makes any sense.
Well, you don't want to deal with it, so yeah, we
No,
get it.
okay, cool.
I feel like the PMS attitude's already starting with her too, and sometimes Nathan will be like, "When does it start? Is this too early? Is she okay?" Like,
No.
and I'm like, "Dude,
It's
it's
starting
real
earlier
early for her."
Yeah, it's starting. Like one of my friends has a daughter, and she's like 11, and it started, and I was like, good God, it's earlier and earlier.
Yeah. And she's already getting like, she'll be like hopping around the house and crying the next minute. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Sophie.
Oh, no.
Well, like, okay, I'll talk
Giving
about this.
Giving
Fuck
me
it.
whiplash.
Go for it, yeah.
So, like, we're at the doctor, and the doctor wants to bring up, like, puberty and stuff like that. And he's like, well, when the breasts start budding, about 2 years after that, you'll have the period. And I was like, what words did you just use? Like,
Just to say my daughter
you know how
has
weird
breasts?
that is to be?
Yeah.
I just wanted to punch the doctor in the head. Like,
Yeah.
don't even bring that up. My daughter's got no boobs.
She's
okay?
a child forever.
Yeah, no, unfortunately,
That's
You
going to
know.
be fun, too. Bra shopping? Yeah.
no.
That's
their
a mom
That's their
thing.
mom thing.
Yep.
We've already talked about that. Like, oh, what was it? One day, she was wearing a shirt and it was way too tight, and I was like, you need to go change right now. And she wanted a reason, and me saying it wasn't good enough. But
She's smart.
eventually she got the point to go change. I said, put on clothes, put on more clothes, put on a jacket, just go away. Like,
Just go away.
Go out of here.
I'm 26, and my dad, if I like talk about brawls or something with my stepmom, he's like, hey, shut up.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, I go out in the garage so we can talk about our boobs. God.
Excuse me. I
I'm
thought you would
fucking
be aware that I had
26
them.
years old.
Yeah.
well, there's definitely a generation difference there because, like, I feel like when Sophie gets older, I don't ever want to have the type of relationship where, like, she has to hide how she feels
Yeah.
or, like, the conversation she wants to have. I want her to feel free to be able to talk to me about anything. I always want that line of communication
That's
open.
beautiful. I love that so much.
Yeah.
Well, and I always and I've noticed, like, they talk about, like, affection, like you always want to, like, give them a good night kiss or tell them you love them when they leave, and somewhere along the line, sometimes that translation can get lost, and I don't want that to happen with Sophie. So, like, I always want her to know, like, I'm here. You can talk to me about shit.
Yeah. And I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
So,
Sprinkle a little of that in there. Love you.
yeah. One good thing about you being so close to her mom is when she moved in, you didn't buy her like Suave and VO5 shampoo like all single dads do. That cheap dollar.
That was beat into me. Not physically, just mentally.
Do not buy that.
Like,
I used Suave for years at my dad's.
no, it was only a Vino body wash and a really good shampoo.
Yeah. And now me and co-host Sarah sort of help with that, but it's just you already got off on the right foot.
Yeah. He's only gotten better.
Because that, like Suave, no matter what scent you get, smells like vomit.
Yeah.
Like, I hated it.
I mean, I don't even use cheap shampoo,
Yeah.
so I'm not going to make her do it.
Yeah.
Like, at bare minimum, trust in my dad. Come on now. Now he gets Pantene. Equally as worse, but I don't have to shower there anymore.
Yeah.
But
Pantene bad. Got
My
it.
favorite was the 3-in-1, where it's like shampoo, conditioner, and body
the
wash. And I
L'Oreal.
was like, what am I supposed to do with this? I won't even shave with this stuff.
Now, hold on. Now, that's just how we look at things. Like,
Yeah.
we can use one
the
product
fastest way
and lather
possible.
up completely and rinse off. We just cut 10 minutes off
it
shower
works
time.
for boys. It doesn't work for girls.
Like, I can't. No.
we can't use one product on our whole. We're not even supposed to use body wash on our face.
Yeah.
You're supposed to use, like, a facial cleanser.
Yeah, I mean,
with, like,
I
little
use
scrubbing
body
beads.
wash.
They have
on
elbow
my
wash
face,
now. Like, girls are really
but-
stupid and buy way too much shit, but like,
Elbow wash?
it's not a real thing, but I'm just saying.
Oh, I was convinced. I was like,
Sign me up for that.
Like,
These shits are
me
ashy.
elbows are feeling a little scruffy. I was down. So, no joke. Okay, you guys got that, like, facial wash stuff, and
Yeah.
like, who makes it?
Neutrogena.
Is it Neutrogena?
They're like the
got the little-
queen of.
Like one of them had like
The
orange
little
and yellow
balls.
balls in it.
No, yeah, that's Clean Clear.
Yeah, the
Clean
morning
and Clear with the-
burst.
Those are so nice.
Oh yeah, that stuff was good.
Yeah, I used it.
It made
once.
your
I'm not even
face
gonna-
all
So soft.
cold.
I'm not even gonna lie. It was in the shower when I was living with my ex-wife.
Yeah.
Like when we were married and stuff, and like she had that, and I was like, "What is this stuff?"
Yeah.
Because I think guys do that,
Yeah, they're curious.
or I might be the only fucking one. I don't know.
Corey does that. He's like, I used your pink exfoliating shampoo today. It was great. I was like, cool, thanks, honey.
True story. Not even afraid to tell this.
No.
She had a chocolate body scrub.
Oh.
Does
I
not
would've.
taste like chocolate. I'll fucking let you guys know that right now.
Thanks for taking one for the team, buddy.
God damn it.
And I really did do that. You can ask her about it.
Were you like
She was
puking
like,
in the
"You're
shower?
a fucking idiot," and I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah,
but,
I
you
did
know.
it.
I think as guys, we're just amazed that it takes so many products
To make
do
us
all
look
the,
like
and
a
we just
human
have the
being.
3-in-1 over there.
Yeah. Literally just before this podcast, I was telling Sarah that I am too lazy to be a girl. Like, I should not be a girl. I don't have gender dysphophobia or anything.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't want to do my hair. I love doing my makeup, but I hate doing, like, I
Right.
don't want to get up and
At the
fucking
end of
do
the day,
it.
you're like, damn, I look
But
good.
afterwards, I'm
yeah.
like, go me.
Yeah.
But then, like, the motivation it takes to just do it sucks. And then, like, I hate shaving.
Mm-hmm.
I hate showering. I
Yeah.
just want to be a dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Just let me be a stinky swamp queen, damn
yeah,
it.
I'm just too lazy to be a girl. It's too much upkeep.
No, I get it.
I use body wash on my face.
Like
Fuck it.
Oh, are you
When
going
I-
to teach Soph how to shave?
I don't take my makeup
That's
off. at
real
her
night.
face.
Yeah. Get around those ankles, man.
I heard
Ugh.
that's the hardest part.
It
We had
freaking
that
is. I still
conversation.
have a missing ankle from last summer.
Missing chunk.
Yeah.
No, that's all her mom.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
But it's still weird, like calling your mom into the shower. Like, how do I freaking do this?
well, she can figure that out. I'm not.
Yeah, she did.
He's like, yep, she can engineer that.
Yeah.
The way I look at it is just
Put her
have
in
hairy
shorts
legs.
or
Yeah.
put her in her bathing suit, stick her in the bathtub. Sure, I do.
Yeah, we did it.
Oh, that's,
yeah.
Well, she can do that.
Yep.
So.
She's
As
got
far as I'm
utmost
concerned,
faith.
if it's hot out, she's got hairy legs, wear pants. Problem solved.
That's what I told
She-
you.
yeah,
Sarah's
leggings.
like, I have to shave my legs, and I'm like, just wear leggings. Then there is no hair. It
Or
goes
what-
away.
Or capris. She could just wear capris,
Shave to
and
your
then I
ankle.
have a beard trimmer. We can knock that down.
No.
Why is women's leg hair made out of the stuff?
Fucking steel.
Yeah, steel wool.
I
It's like
don't know.
SOS pad, like cut offs.
know.
It's
It's because we
terrible.
do shave, and it's like a blunt.
Yeah.
And
It's like
eventually it
set
just
up-
grows
it's like
back to
your
razor
beard.
wire.
No, like it's always just going to be like flat and sharp. Like
It's-
if you let it grow to a point, it's softer. Like once
Yeah.
it's really long, it's super soft.
It's
but
coarse
stubble,
like your beard. And
Yeah.
when your beard gets longer, it gets softer.
How are you sharpening your leg hairs?
Dude, it's not easy.
Women questions. I'm
Yeah.
getting them all answered today.
Yeah.
Yep.
You think we're getting our nails done? We're actually getting our leg hairs sharpened.
Now I want to see the pencil sharpener that they use to sharpen leg hairs.
It's a file.
It's
You
a
get
leg
in
hair
there.
sharpener. It's not
Yeah.
a pencil
I
sharpener.
feel like you guys are lying to me.
Never.
God dang it.
So if you do ever find another perfect wife,
Perfect
wife.
Okay.
This is imaginary, mind you.
It's like the last one wasn't.
Yeah.
Because nobody is.
No.
If you're listening.
Yeah. No one's perfect.
No shade. Nobody's perfect.
I gotta work it.
He did it to me too, don't worry.
Oh yeah, I've said stuff too. How are you gonna introduce Sophie to them, or are you going to?
I want to take a different
Keep her
approach.
in the closet at home. It's fine.
Like, I probably won't introduce Sophie for a while, and I don't know. I feel like I kind of want, like, Sara introduced me to her boyfriend, so I feel like it's only fair
If
to
you
like
the
do
same.
that the same. I don't know.
I feel like yeah, because you want to know who's around your kid.
Yeah,
Yep,
I
I
just
agree.
feel like you want to give some respect to your former significant other, because regardless, like, you know, she's like my tag team partner in raising this kid. So
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
She's
she's
how it's
always
gotta
gonna
be.
be there,
Not your
regardless
enemy,
of
your partner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm glad that you can look at her in that aspect, because like some people are just like vindictive and like, no, my baby daddy's not having anything to do with my kid. But I was like, it's half your child. How can you just say no?
Well, here's a bonus. I haven't had to go to court a million times and spend a bunch of money on
Which-
lawyers to do all this.
That's
Yep.
amazing too, that you could do this just amicably, take it upon yourself and figure this out. What works best for both of you, instead of having to have somebody tell you what's going to work.
And most
Right.
importantly, what's easier on Sophie, because
Yeah.
I was on the other side of that. So, like,
Yeah, if it would have been the other way, I don't know how I would have gotten through it.
Yeah. I like that Soph means so much to you. That always just makes my heart so happy.
Man.
And you're like, I know that's just what
Yeah.
dads do, but like some dads honestly don't. They don't give two shits if they see their kids.
mhm.
I can get where it gets frustrating and sometimes you want to walk away. Like, I can get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at first when we split up, like, I just didn't see an end in sight. I didn't see things working out the way that they did. But you had to give up some of how you are and just accept that things are the way that they are. And it was easier just to say, hey, let's not fight. We have this kid. Let's move forward. And that's just what we did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think that's amazing.
Yeah. Best way to do it.
Yeah. I mean, it works.
It's
Yeah,
not always.
I don't want to say like it's like a template for how parenting should be in a divorce situation. Everyone's got their own situations. I just don't understand why you got to let petty grievances get in between you and raising your kid.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, if I'm sitting here saying negative things about her mom, Sophie's hearing that, and then she's going to think negative things about herself.
And yeah, that was a huge thing when my parents first separated. Like, my mom would say this about my dad, and I was like, I'm always told I'm just like my dad, so do you hate that part of me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, it ate away at me for a long
Yeah.
time. Same thing with my dad. If he said something about my mom.
Yeah,
I'm
and
just like,
I read a
ugh.
thing that was like, you know, when
It
you
hurt
say
me.
things, it makes them feel like you're insulting them because it's half of them.
Yeah.
And that really hit home. So I was like, well, shit, I probably should never do that.
But, like, how do you and Sarah's significant other get along? Do you guys talk at all?
Yeah, he's all right.
Is he?
Yeah, I mean, and he has a son.
Mhm.
So, like, she has a type. They're kind of like me. So, you know, I'm not going to say I, like, set the standard there. No,
They're just chill. laid
Yeah, her
back.
boyfriend's like super chill. He doesn't try to be the alpha,
Mm.
and I appreciate that because I'm gonna, you know, probably be a dick to someone who's trying to be an alpha. Like, it's
I
just
thought you were gonna say because I'm the alpha.
Yeah.
no.
So fuck him.
I don't want to say it like that. I think he understands more because he has a son.
Yeah.
And he's in a situation where, you know, he doesn't have that relationship with his ex.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see something that works, you know, I don't think you want to interfere with it. And
Yeah.
like, there's no reason for us to fight. Like, I don't have
He
any.
just needs to respect it. And
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't have any like want for her.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine as long as he knows that I'm Sophia's dad. So that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the only part in the situation that you both have an interest in is the child, not each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, as long as you don't like, you know, keep me from when I'm supposed to pick up my kid or see my kid, like, we're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think a lot of step parents do try to overstep and interfere too much, and that causes extra problems on top of the co-parenting and you guys already hating each other. Now, baby
This other
mama's
person's.
boyfriend,
Yeah.
and just no.
Because then it's
It's
like,
all too much.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, so she did get remarried, and he tried that, and
Mhm.
it did cause a lot of problems between us because I had to point out, I was like, well, you're not Sophia's dad, so, you know, sit the fuck down.
Yep.
And I'm not going to say, like, it was the mature way of handling it because obviously it wasn't. And obviously they're not together anymore, so he was a douche. But, you know, moving forward, I think she realized what she wanted, and she got somebody that was a million times better.
Good.
So,
Big smooth intuition.
yeah.
that was nice.
So, do you have any tips for our single dads out there on how to get through it?
Well,
Some life hacks?
Yeah.
huh. Try to get your ex to see that you are partners and not enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Don't insult them around your child.
Mm-hmm.
That should be number one. So move it to number one. And at the end of the day, it's not about how much money you spend at the lawyer. Just figure that money could be spent more on your child instead of at the lawyer, you know, and fight the battles that are worth fighting, not the ones that make your ego happy.
Thank you. Yes.
Mhm.
That was beautifully said.
I know I'm a poet.
That was great.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, that's pretty much it at the end of the day. You know, just realize you guys had the kid together, Didn't take one, it took both, you know.
All right. Well, Nathan, I think that you are doing great.
Doing a bang-up job.
And not
I
just
try.
because you're bare minimum there. I do think that Sophie's grown a lot and learned a lot living here with us. Maybe not good things all the time, but she's definitely learned some things.
Hey, she's learned stuff, okay?
Yeah.
So,
And she doesn't cuss, surprisingly, so
but
that's
we're
a
all-
bonus,
we're
right?
all
she tries sometimes.
Or like a butt cheek on a stick.
She'll push the envelope until somebody says, "Hey, now you're getting a little too close."
She likes saying crap.
Yeah, and frickin'.
Frickin'.
Frickin's
It was
a-
frickin'.
Yeah, I know. I can't really get mad. I did it too as a kid.
I used to not be allowed to say
My grandma
frickin'.
still gets mad at me
Yeah.
for saying frickin'. She's like, watch your mouth, young lady. And I was like, I'm nearly 30. If I
Like,
want to say frick, I will.
I say fuck when I'm not around
Yeah,
you, so we
honestly.
can start that.
Yeah.
I said it when I was around my grandma. So.
Yeah. We hear conversations you've had with your grandma.
Yeah, my mom's mom doesn't really care, but my stepmom, man, she does not like that cussing. But that's all I have. So, unless you got any more to add, anybody?
Thanks for being a great dad.
And thanks for being on our show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
That was beautiful.
And I'll keep up the good work.
All right. And if you have anything you'd like to hear us talk about, go ahead and tweet us on the Twitter at Drafty Dames.
Also follow Big Smooth because he puts out great content.
Yeah, I'm on podcast.
I'm on podcast.
We won't plug them, but they're there.
You can plug them. Plug them in
away.
real quick.
If you check out DQP Does the MCU, I'm on there. And I'm also on the Crimson Ring podcast.
I just do this.
Do you want to talk about wrestling?
Nope.
It's worth a shot.
I'm on a few MCU ones, but just the good ones.
She's not nerdy. It's okay. We still love you.
Alrighty, well, thank you all for listening, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.